What is going on, everybody? My name is Conor and Lorraine. Welcome back to another week of Movie Mondays. This is the Heroes for Hire podcast. We are back again talking all the week's movie news, entertainment news, and just generally having a bit of a chit-chat about everything to do with film. Now, I am joined as always by my partner, Mr. Shaun Meehan. But Shaun, there's no news this week.
No news at all, guys.
I mean, there might be. I haven't checked. Because this week, we have finally get to do our review of The Batman.
Yes, Conor was unfortunately saving the people of Gotham last week, so he wasn't able to review The Batman. But I think this is better because it gives everyone's now had a bit of a chance to see it, to experience the film, and to listen to us talk about it. For those not familiar with our review style, usually it's general thoughts at first, and then we go kind of scene by scene, talking about how we felt at the time when we saw it.
And I was really worried because I think this is going to be 3 hours long, and I don't want it to be 3 hours long.
No, for a 3 hour movie, you don't want a 3 hour review.
No, and I think that should be a good rule to set from now on. But look, I think we should probably, as I said, do general thoughts, know what we feel like, and also important to say, this is spoilers from the get-go.
All spoilers.
All spoilers.
Like, we've occasionally tried to do non-spoilers, but it's just not as entertaining to listen to because we don't want to dance around it. So full spoilers from the start. If you haven't seen The Batman, stop listening to this episode for now. Listen to it later after you've seen it.
Exactly. And I mean, this movie was my most anticipated, but I'm sure a lot of people are. It was for a lot of people, was my most anticipated movie of the year. And I mean, last year was probably either Dune, well, not really, but Dune was amazing, or Spider-Man No Way Home.
Yeah, I think Spider-Man was my most anticipated, but Dune was like the sleeper hit. Batman in like March, I feel I've just been spoiled now because I've gotten such a nice good thing straight away, and I just have more excitement now for the rest of the films in the year.
Yeah, and this movie came out, and a lot of people will know, if you've listened to any of this show, is that I just love Batman. Well, more specifically Nightwing, but just the whole world.
Well, you'll take what you can get.
I grew up on Batman the animated series. I'm just obsessed with anything to do with any of these characters. And so whenever a new Batman movie comes out, I'm always the most cynical human being in the world. Just because we've all been burned before, have we not?
We have indeed. And sometimes a new Joker movie comes out as well, and he's also cynical, even though it's the best film to ever be made.
Again, it's been the best film to ever be made again.
That's true. That is very true.
But yeah, this movie came out, and we all seen all the trailers. And what stood out to every single person, we talked about it on the show, Shaun, is, oh damn, this looks real good. But my heart can't take it because, I mean, a Justice League movie, like, that happened.
That did. That happened twice, Conor. And both of them were not great, let's be honest.
And Batman vs Superman looked cool in the trailers.
Oh, yeah. You can always make a trailer look good because you just have to find 2 minutes where the film looks class. But to stretch that out over 3 hours, it's tough. It is tough.
And so going into this, I will admit, I was wary. I wasn't wary of Pattinson or anybody in the cast, right? Like, Matt Reeves, excellent director. I think Pattinson is amazing as an actor. You've got Zoe Kravitz, Paul Dano. I mean, the cast is ridiculous. None of that was an issue for me. I was just like, I hope it's good. And if, like, I just wouldn't allow myself to enjoy it. Shaun, and I walked out of it. I have to say, as the most cynical person in this, I cried twice in this movie, Shaun.
Did you actually?
At least once, anyway.
Oh my God, that's amazing. That's so good.
Yes. I feel like that's too strong, and people will then push back and be like, yeah, but it's not that good. I am very aware this movie has flaws. Okay? Yeah. And not every movie is perfect. This is not even probably the best movie that features Batman in it, if we're going to do it that way. Ooh. But I've always said that Batman Begins was the best Batman movie. I think this is the best Batman movie. This is the perfect Batman film.
That is a very good point. This is the best representation of Batman, I think, that we've gotten.
Yeah. See, The Dark Knight still has Heath Ledger, and it still has that Joker performance. And I don't think anything you do could ever, just as a pure cinema experience of like a wide mass appeal. Fuck, this is good. Oh, also Batman's here.
Yeah.
But this is like they've built the Arkham games and the animated series, and they've put them together into some weird fucking hybrid built for me.
Yeah, but it's like, I said this to you before the show, I feel like it's a very approachable comic book movie. I feel you could go into this knowing nothing about Batman apart from the name and still have a good time with it, pretty much.
Do you think that? See, I wouldn't say I disagree, but I would have thought it was harder for people to approach this. But I mean, then again, I'm kind of coming at it from a different viewpoint, so I'm always worried that people are going like, "Oh, it's way too dark, it's way too emo," and it is a bit emo at times. There's a moment where he says,
"I love it for that, Conor."
There's a moment where he says, "You're not my real dad to Alfred," and I rolled my eyes and I went, "That's bad."
That's bad.
But
yeah,
up until that point, I was like, "I'm all in."
Yeah, and we're kind of getting into generalities rather than specifics, but I think that it is more a crime noir film than a superhero film.
Yes.
The best way I can sum that up is, and it's because it's completely ridiculous, and here's some of the spoilers for you. Batman glides off a building in one scene, and he's got a goofy glide suit on. Great scene. Goofy kind of looking glide suit on, and he hits the ground and stands back up. And I was waiting. The Marvel fanboy in me has been trained to wait for the quip. And it just never came. Yeah. Batman just left. And I was like...
No, not only did he leave, he limped.
He limped off. He's like this man is injured right now. This is just a man.
That's the run we've all done if you fall in the street and you're like trying to hide the fact that your leg is killing you. And you're just like, I'm fine, honestly.
Gotta make progress.
Yeah. Also, the bit before he jumps, where he has the moment where he looks over and goes, oh fuck, and he like takes a step back, like that's really high.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't think, am I really doing this? Am I really going to do this? I'm a billionaire. Oh no.
It's a young Batman, and look, it is going to be edgy because Batman is just dark and edgy as a concept. The problem is, and I think this movie gets it, is that a lot of people just see this is what Batman is, and it really depends on what comic book you're reading. There's comic books where Batman is really dark. And then there's comic books where Batman's not so dark and he's a bit more light-hearted. It depends on who's writing it as well. I feel like because of, say, Tim Burton and all those Batman movies, people are trying to train, especially like the Nolan trilogy, people are trained that it's a darker version. This Batman has to be a certain way. My favourite thing about this whole movie is that it ends in the opposite to what you think it's going to end at. Like, it starts with, this is the Batman we all know. He's dark and he's emo and he won't talk to anyone, of course. And at the end, there's that moment, and that was the bit that I was getting welled up at.
I had a little pang in my heart, just being like, that's Batman. Because Batman actually fucking saves and helps people in this movie, man. And I can't express how refreshing that is and how much I didn't know I needed that until I saw it.
And you know what? It's so cool seeing a Batman who's not a playboy philanthropist. Like, you just have a little... Like, he's basically still 10 and he hates being Bruce Wayne. He'd rather just kill Bruce Wayne. He doesn't want to be him at all. And he just wants to be Batman because that's actually where he feels more comfortable. And I really like that parallel with him and Dano. That Dano's like, I'm like a weedy little guy. Nobody ever listens to me at all unless I put on the mask, and then I become like this leader of men. Whereas Batman's like, as Bruce Wayne, he doesn't want to talk to anyone. He never makes eye contact with anyone. He's always looking down. He's just so awkward and just anxious constantly. And then once he puts the suit on, it's like, okay, all my problems are gone. I just get to be Batman now.
Yeah, because this movie does a thing where like Bruce Wayne is played as like a trauma survivor, which he is. Like, his parents were murdered in front of him. Also love that we didn't fucking see that.
Oh, thank God.
I was waiting for pearls. There's a scene at the start where a family is getting ready to go out, and I was like, here we go. But
oh, it's worse. It's much creepier.
But I like that Bruce is... He never kind of got the help and support that he needed, and this is where it led him.
Yeah.
Whereas Riddler never got help and support, and he went in a similar but opposite direction. He went for the costume tomfoolery, but also Riddler wants to destroy things, and Batman, in his own way, and maybe not in the most effective way, but he is trying to help.
And there's a lot of things that I love here, just as somebody who just consumes this media with that character. That I love the fact that him and Riddler never punch each other. There's never any contact. There's always something in between them. It's a game of brains rather than anything else.
How do you feel about the fact that Riddler is very much smarter than Batman in this movie? Very, very much.
I mean, that's absolutely fine. I mean, it's year 2 Batman. That's the point. I mean, if this isn't Kevin Conroy Batman, who's been doing this for 5 to 7 years and is like the smartest, best fighter, just well-rounded. This is like in the video game where he's got 10 in strength and he hasn't built up any other stats yet.
Yeah, he's just brawling at the minute.
But he is smart though.
No, he is. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I guess it is because it's early days Batman, but Riddler is smarter than him up until he doesn't figure out who he is, which I really thought they were going to do in this movie.
Yeah, but I think there's a thing in Batman where Riddler's like, well, where's the fun if I tell people that it's not a riddle anymore? Because I think Riddler does know that Bruce Wayne is Batman in the comic books. I mean, that's fairly normally well known, but the idea is that, well, if I tell someone that it's not a secret anymore, and that I can't have it in a riddle, if everybody knows, if I just announce it.
Yeah, if the Riddler gives an answer to something, what's the point?
Exactly. So I think that's kind of the get out clause in the comic books. It is a bit sus that he doesn't know it in this, because it's so. I like the bit where he goes to Gordon and he's like, "Look, dude, you're a good cop. I'm about to be outed in another 5 minutes, so good job." What did you think of Gordon and him?
I really like their relationship, and I like how it's made Gordon kind of an outcast in the Gotham PD because. And he's not Commissioner Gordon yet in this.
No, but the very first scene, say in the crime scene at the start, the Commissioner walks in, and I love when there's another Commissioner in any Batman thing, because I'm just like, lad, you are dead.
You have a target on your back, my friend.
I give it 10 minutes before this chap is dead.
But I like how, he is swinging for Batman. He is batting for him. He is in his corner. He's this guy can help.
Explained. It's never explained why.
No.
They just trust each other. And they're the only two people that, they get each other.
Yeah, and they have arranged the bat signal. The bat signal scene in this movie, man.
I mean, it's perfect. To me, that's how it should work.
Yeah, Batman stops crime by being an idea. It's like, oh, the Batman's out tonight. I'm not chancing this.
And we've never seen that. And that's what the movie starts with, the Riddler, say, killing the mayor. And that's a really creepy scene. It's really good. The mayor walks back and forth, and you just see the eyes.
Yeah.
And my favourite thing is he still has the glasses on. And it's a really small thing, but it's something that it adds an extra layer of fear that he took the time to put on the whole costume. He's like, well, I can't put in contacts, right? I'm going to have to put back on my glasses over my killer outfit just so I can see when I kill people.
Someone posted a thing, and those glasses that he's wearing, they're the same ones that Jim Carrey wears at the beginning, before he becomes the Riddler.
And I think it's meant to be like the Zodiac Killer as well.
Yeah, and they're clinic prescription, they're free glasses you get from the government kind of a thing. It just builds the character even more. And
so that's that introduces that is the first thing we see. And that is that's a horror thing. So
you just hear the breathing as well through the mask.
Yeah. And that's all in the trailer, so we've kind of all gotten a kind of idea of what that would be with the tape and everything, and no more lies, and that kicks off the whole plot that he kills the mayor.
Yeah. Also, sorry, when I saw this in the cinema, there were a family with a 7 and 8 year old kid in front of me. This scene happened and they left.
What did they think was going to happen?
It's rated 15s here in Ireland.
Yeah.
What did you thought it was going to be Justice League? It was
you can't have seen the trailer as anybody. And even if you were going to see Batman and you were like, oh, we're bringing the kids to Batman tomorrow, well, we watched the trailer. It's 2 minutes.
Yeah, just to gauge it, just to see what it's like.
like, you would have to know. I mean, the trailer starts with him wrapping a man's face
Starts with a murder.
Killing him.
Starts with a big old murder.
And so, like, that happens, and then at the same time we have the great... the narration can be seen as a cheat code in movies, that you can kind of get away with it. I love... When it started, I was like, okay, I'm a bit iffy on narration as like a plot point, and we just use that to get across things. But they started with it, and then they ended with it.
Yeah.
And it was never used really other than those 2 times. And the start is great because it's like what Batman has done in these 2 years of just pure violence and fury, and he just never sleeps, and he tries to go through the whole city and just beat up as many people as he can, is he's created an element of there's shadows over there, the light is in the sky, I could be next.
Yeah, and because you see all of these crimes happening, and then the criminals look up and see the bat signal.
And we've never seen that, where it's like, I can't get to everywhere at once in a Batman movie.
No, yeah, but he doesn't have to. Like, and it's not a series of mirrors that connects it to his house. It's a warning. It's a warning for criminals, and it's hope for citizens, is what it's meant to be.
Yeah, but at the start of the movie, it's just a warning. It's just fear.
Yeah.
It's not hope. Because nobody knows, really. And where we first see him is on the train scene, which it's a classic thing. There's a gang. They follow a guy off a train.
Yeah, we were all theorising about that gang with the painted faces, and it's just Halloween. Like, yeah, that's it. That's all it means. Sorry.
I was going to say, because it's just based off, I mean, Long Halloween, Batman Year 1, it's Year 2, it's a whole bunch of stuff all mixed together.
Yeah, and I like that there is one gang member in there who has half a face painted, and he's the one who feels bad about what they're doing. That's just nice costuming.
It's just good that they're not all the same. We immediately associate with him because he's like, this isn't right, guys. What are we doing?
Yeah, and we see Batman from his perspective first.
Yes, and so you have that moment where what did you think? That's the intro to the character.
Oh, like, he is terrifying in this. Because he walks out of the shadows and he's the boots, like the boots, the noise of him walking, the silhouette. And, like, the gang is, like, I think they're not, like, kicking the shit out of the man, but they're, like, all around him, harassing them. And they all stop and straighten and just stare at Batman.
And my favourite bit is they start laughing.
Yeah. Because
that's what you would do. I mean, that's classic Batman story. You're like, who the hell is this guy in the bat suit?
This guy on Halloween in, like, yeah, that...
and then they attack him, and that's the bit in the trailer that this is why it's so strong. This is all in the first 10 minutes, all the stuff in the trailer.
Yeah.
So we've not seen anything, really. And it's just the introduction to your man swings, and he just gets fucking decimated. And you're just like, oh shit, this Batman doesn't give a fuck.
But, like, in the trailer, I thought, oh, this one dude gets knocked out and the gang runs away. No. Like, Batman takes on, like, 9 grown men in this fight.
Electrocuting them, getting shot in the chest, just breaking arms and legs as he goes.
He gets shot in the chest and just, like, looks at the dude.
Like, it's just the introduction of, oh fuck, this guy's gonna murder everyone. But he also, and I cannot make this more clear to anybody who's interested in maybe a lad called Snyder, is that he doesn't have any guns and he hasn't killed anyone.
Connor, I cannot express to you how much I thought Batman was going to kill someone in this movie. And how delighted I was. Well, I assume this is the other time you cried, is when Batman didn't kill someone in this movie.
No, I cried when he didn't pull out a gun immediately.
Just
lad,
ice
what are you doing? Lad, Affleck would have a bazooka by now. It solved the whole issue.
Affleck's got the nuclear launch codes at this point.
We gotta blow up Gotham. But Batman, no. No,
it's too far gone. But very important, the civilian who was being attacked, I think, does he ask Batman, like, please don't hurt me?
Yeah, because he still doesn't know who he is either. Because he's not Batman of Gotham. He's just a guy, a weirdo that
just a lunatic.
Police know about. Yeah, he's just a lunatic. And that's what Batman is, really.
At his core, yeah, he's an insane man.
And so then you also have the bit where the police all turn up to the crime scene, and
again
they're all
from the
walking
trailer.
around. And you've got Nirvana playing in the background. It's very eerie, but at the same time, you also have Bruce, but he's actually not really Bruce in this movie, but Batman, like, detective it. He's going into detective mode.
He is detecting, and he's okay. So I really like what they did with, and again, like the Arkham games, with the detective vision, because Batman has these special contacts in his eyes that act as cameras.
The smartest thing I've ever seen added to the Batman medium in the last 5 years.
So
smart.
So smart. And like, it's not that he gets it all when he's at the crime scene. He goes back to the Batcave and he reviews evidence.
Because that is so smart for this Batman he's not the greatest detective. But he wants to be. So I'm going to record every crime scene so I know what to look out for the next time I go.
Yeah, and I will say, I think Batman, and again, this is the year 2 thing, like, he is not the best detective in this movie. He's a better detective than we've ever gotten in a Batman film. But he's not the world's greatest detective yet. Yeah.
And he's just a fighter.
Yeah, he's a fighter with resources.
And you have Gordon, say, bringing him into the crime scene and just kind of like, nobody else trusts him.
Yeah, because they try and stop him coming in, and Gordon's like, he's with me.
And Gordon has that sway, but everybody else is like, what are you doing, Captain? Like, this is he's not even a policeman. Like, he's just in the crime scene walking around. Yeah,
he's just a civilian. Like, he's a vigilante. Like, he's breaking the law and you're bringing him in here. But I like, because Batman needs Jim Gordon in this movie. Because otherwise he has no access to most things.
But Jim Gordon needs him.
Yeah.
And that's why, I mean, I always think of the line in Batman Begins when Gary Oldman's like, but you're just one man. And then
now we're two.
Bruce Wayne's like, now we're two. That's such a good one line to sum it all up. But like, that is what they are in the comic books. Like, and it's never really, it's been kind of explored. This movie goes all fucking in, right?
Yeah.
We've got Gordon, he's the only good cop. And we've got Batman who wants to help. And the two of them just work together. And they're going to be, one of my favourite scenes in the whole movie is that bit in the police station. That is so funny and so just character building that, like, you think, this is the time when he's going to turn on him. And then he's just like, you need to get the fuck out of here, okay? Fake punch me.
I think that's the one joke in the movie when Gordon is just like, you could have pulled your punch. And Batman's like, I did.
But I love the fact that he's still saying it with like the finger up, like he's finger wagging, like, and looking like he's giving out shit to him, and he's like, you need to leave the door to my left, they're going to chase you, go up to the roof and get the fuck out of here.
Because he says to all of the rest of the policemen, that we'll get to that scene later, but it's an amazing scene, but he's like, just give me 5 minutes with him. I can make him see straight. And then he's just like, you need to fucking leave.
Because they're best friends. Yeah. Look, I'm just keeping up appearances here, but you need to get the fuck out of here, okay? And yeah, look, so we have immediately the killing of, like, there's no more lives, there's a riddle left there, you're like, and it's always to the Batman as well. And it's Riddler just being like, leaving clues, and it's just, this whole city's built on a lie. Mm-hmm. Everything that we think is true with the Maroni case and with Falcone and all that shit, it's all a lie. Everything that's just, and the renewal stuff that Thomas Wayne all set up, like the Waynes are involved in this, it goes to the heart of Gotham, really.
He was trying to silence a Mr. Elliot, trying to get him to hush Conor.
I like that. That wasn't even an Easter egg. That was more punching you in the face.
That was more, hey, we're definitely doing this at some point.
Hey, look at this. I didn't have to like rewind to scour through the footage to get it.
No, we didn't frame by frame like we usually have to.
It's in big bold writing. I don't even need a big yellow arrow or something in a YouTube video. Like, look at this, 10 things you missed. And yeah, so Batman's in the crime scene. He works at, I also like the bit where they're looking at the guy's thumb, because the guy's thumb gets taken off, and Batman's being like, that was taken off when he was alive, if you just look at it here. And the police guy is like, Oh yeah, I didn't even notice that. But it's like, this Batman is smart. Even if he's not the world's greatest detective, he's getting there. He's learning. And then he also sees the kid. And
That's a heartbreaking bit. Where
I love the fact that Pattinson in this, by the way, fucking outstanding.
Yeah, legend of a Batman. Bruce Wayne, all of it. I love him.
A lot of people are saying he's now their Batman. And
I believe it. I do believe it.
I can see that. I think he's perfect Batman. I don't know if he's the Bruce Wayne yet, but maybe in the sequel,
I think he's going to be
better.
I think he's going to evolve. Like, once he gets the Batman stuff down, he's going to evolve into the Bruce Wayne playboy persona. I love the depressed Bruce Wayne. I think that's amazing.
I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of year 2 Bruce being just like, he doesn't get it.
No,
he doesn't get that, like, you can do work for Gotham on both fronts.
Yeah, you can tag team it. Like, he is strung out in this movie, I think, to say the least.
And so he brings all the stuff back to the cave, and you have Alfred there, and this is where they have that weird scene where he's like, "You're not my dad.
Yeah.
Leave me alone." It's not great. But it also has the context idea, so I was like, okay, swings and roundabouts. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I've never seen that before. And then my favourite bit is that even though Alfred and him are like fighting, it's clear that they're the only two people that ever really talk. Well, he's the only person that talks to Bruce Wayne. So immediately Alfred's like, "Oh, give me the code, and I'll start trying to work out what this all means."
I don't know what Bruce's issue. I get he's just angry and troubled, and he doesn't want anyone to tell him what to do. But I also feel like he should know at this point how much he needs Alfred in this crusade.
I understand that, but I think what this is coming in at is he still is like, Thomas Wayne's my dad. Like, you're not my dad. Thomas Wayne is my dad. And he was killed. I think that's like the psyche that he's in.
I didn't think of it like that he's all about, because he is all about the Wayne legacy in this as well. He's like, yeah, Thomas Wayne is my dad, and he was killed, and I'm going to fight every criminal in this city so nobody loses another Thomas Wayne, because Thomas Wayne, he's my dad, and he's pretty great, right? That man is a saint. He could never fall from grace in my eyes.
Nothing anyone could ever say could make me change my mind. And so, yeah, they work on the riddle, and it basically comes up that it says drive. And what did you think of the sunglasses, by the way, when he's eating breakfast?
It's
dumb.
It is a bit dumb. I wonder is there a reason? Because if it was Playboy Bruce, you'd say he was hungover, but
maybe it's this Bruce just literally never sleeps.
Yeah, maybe he is not. Maybe he is very sensitive to light at the minute. That he is,
because he just stays up all night.
He's
always asleep.
Yeah, and anytime he goes out, it's nighttime, and then he sleeps in the day. I don't mind it. Wayne Manor is more of a penthouse apartment in this movie.
In the centre of Gotham.
Yeah, that's an odd choice, because it's usually like a big hilly place on the outskirts.
I think it's like a weird juxtaposition, because normally Bruce Wayne is outside Gotham, but like as Bruce Wayne, he's really involved with the city. And this Bruce Wayne is as close to the city as he could possibly be, but nobody ever sees him.
Yeah, that's a fair... And it probably drives him more, because he's just always in Gotham. He's
near the crime.
Yeah.
He's as close to the crime as you can get.
Yeah. So Alfred is the one who kind of breaks the cipher and solves the code on this one.
Well, actually, no, because Bruce comes in and he goes, Alfred's like, okay, this is the codex I have. And Bruce is like, okay, well, why don't you forget all the other letters? And we just go off the letters we have. And what does that make? And then
because it's spelled out big in all the letters.
Yeah, and so then they realise it's back in the mayor's car, and so they go back, and his literal fucking tub is in the car.
Yeah, and I look, because I'm not good at riddles, so I was just like, why? Because Batman opens the car door, and he's like, okay, look for a USB port. And I'm like, what the fuck? And then Gordon is like, what do we need that for? And then Batman holds up your man's severed thumb. Thumb drive. And it's like, genius.
But you know what? I like that gallows humour for Batman. Like, it's really dark. You're like, I shouldn't be laughing, but the guy's tub is there. It's a tub drive, I suppose.
It's it's a bit prop comedy, but I like it.
and I like Gordon being like, that's fucking weird. This guy's a fucking weirdo.
That's twisted, man. And there's a fingerprint scanner as well.
Yeah, and Gordon's he's just revolted, but he's just, this is ridiculous. This guy's a fucking psychopath. And Batman seemed kind of impressed in a weird way.
Yeah, Batman is intrigued for a lot of this movie with the Riddler.
But it all comes back to the Iceberg Lounge, and they find photos of this mayor candidate coming out of the Iceberg Lounge, which, I mean, I'm always a fan if the Iceberg Lounge is appearing.
I love how they did it in this as well. I really like it.
So good. And so they immediately are like, okay, well, this guy's connected to the Iceberg Lounge. The Penguin runs that. Normally, I think Falcone is in there. We need to get down. How do we get in? And Bob was like, leave it to me. So he just goes down, and you have the scene at the door with the two twins.
Yeah.
Where he's just like, let me in. He comes to that door 3 times, once as Batman, once as Bruce. And then the third time he just sneaks past them.
Yeah, and I think the first 2 times, like, do you know who I am, is what he says.
Yeah.
And are the twins like a Tweedledum and Tweedledee kind of thing? Or is that just the only twins I know in DC Comics?
I just think it's funny.
Fair.
I just think the comedic timing. I seen a tweet that was like, this movie at Uncut Gems seen the comedic value in twins. Just puts off twins.
But Batman walks in and is not immediately, there's a tense walk, and then he's set upon by everyone.
Well, the 2 guys at the front are like, if you don't leave, there's going to be blood in that suit. And he's just like, yours or mine.
Yeah.
And so then it breaks off, and he just starts kicking the shit out of... He basically beats the 2 of them down, and then just walks in and never breaks stride. But there's like 10 lads just jumping on top of him, trying to fight him. And he's just breaking
He
bones.
is still making progress through the Iceberg Lounge, which is like a kind of a rave club in this. He just grabs a baseball bat off some dude at one point.
Yeah. And he just starts beating the shit out of people.
Swinging. It's non-lethal.
And then eventually Penguin comes out and is like, with Colin Farrell, and...
Like, so good.
As 2 Irishmen, we're meant to recognise one of our own, Sean. I didn't know that was Colin Farrell. Well, no. I knew it was, but I was like, I don't know it is.
My girlfriend said to me, she knew Colin Farrell was in this movie. She knew he was playing the Penguin. But we came out and I said, oh, Colin Farrell was really good. And she said, fuck, Colin Farrell was the Penguin in that movie.
It doesn't look like him at all.
Not at all. And he loved it by all accounts. He was nervous, being like, it's going to be a really constricting suit I have to wear. But he was just like, no, this was really freeing. Like, I could never be this guy without this suit.
And he's like, hey, I'm walking here. Hey, what's going on?
Yeah, he's proper Penguin. I love him.
Also, he apparently walked into local Starbucks in the full outfit and just sat down. I wanted to see if anybody would say, oh my God, that's Colin Farrell. And nobody said anything. He's like, it's clearly working.
That's amazing.
Nobody knows who I am. So yeah, he takes him into his office, and I love Penguin not being criminal mastermind. Penguin is meant to be legitimate business owner. Penguin. He also introduced himself as Oz, which I appreciate.
Yeah.
And he's like, I run this business, Iceberg Lounge. That's my thing. I don't get involved in crime on the sly. I might, and also I'm a bit of a rat, but we'll say nothing about that.
I'm just a nightclub owner, Mr. Batman. What would I know about such things?
And in every medium that I like Penguin the most is like, he's the guy who runs the club, and Batman and him have a rapport where he shows up and he's just like, Oz, what the fuck's going on? What's the Riddler doing this week? And he's like, well, I've heard a few things, but I mean, like, I'm not going to tell you what I've heard.
But Mr. Freeze stole this thing from me. If you could get that back, maybe
it would really help me out, and I could get you some information then.
Yeah, they have a weird kind of working relationship until Batman has enough and just like slams him in jail.
And so he introduces the fact that like, the mayor, that's your one that he's with, and then this is also introduces to Zoe Kravitz, who comes into this scene, Catwoman.
Yeah.
And she's a waitress in the bar.
She works in the Iceberg Lounge. She works for Penguin.
And she comes into the scene, and I have a question.
Yeah.
Do they know each other?
Penguin and...
No, Catwoman and Batman in this movie. I couldn't figure out, because Gordon and him have an inbuilt connection. him and Catwoman are immediately like in sync, but I'm trying to figure out if they knew each other.
I think no, that's the first time they've ever met. Is how I read it. Because he's asking about the girl who was with the mayor leaving the Iceberg Lounge, who just so happens to be Catwoman's roommate, who she loves. So that's what piques her interest, and she's like, here's someone who's actually fucking looking for her. I'm going to help him. That's what I took from it.
Okay, because it was just because the next scene when he follows her back and then she goes out with patrol back to the crime scene and he follows her there.
Yeah.
They have a fight, but I just get the impression that they knew each other or they'd ran into each other before. Maybe not to the level in this movie, but it was immediately like he was trying to save her because the cop comes in and he's like, stop, shh. They're going to find us. Stop for 5 seconds.
Again, I think, and there is a lot of this in this movie. I don't think it's anything to do with him having feelings for her at that point. I think
he's just saving her.
Yeah, because she's a lead. She is a lead to find this woman.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. And she's a roommate, so of course he wants to keep that. And then because he's like, he gives her back the passport, and he's like, let's go talk to her.
Yeah,
she seemed very upset. In your place.
Well, and I know where you live.
I know where you live. I was there.
Yeah.
And so they go back to her place and the friend is, of course, gone. And it's like, oh, shit. And then it's on the TV, the commissioner's now dead.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, shit.
Who saw that one coming?
Not Commissioner, well-known Commissioner Jim. Do we know anyone else that could be Commissioner?
Oh, not for another movie or so.
And so yeah, this is really where, and then Riddler's on the screen and he's just like, the whole city's corrupt. He's putting out videos onto the news.
Oh, the guy is in some kind of rat tube torture device. Because this is where they realise they're going. The Riddler's going after corrupt public representatives, policemen, mayors, DAs, all this kind of stuff, and so. I fully thought we were going to get a Game of Thrones style, like, rat eating through a man's chest in this scene.
And yeah, luckily they cut away, so we didn't have to see it, but it's implied what's happening. Riddler's a madman.
Yeah, and look, the 7 and 8-year-old had already left by this point, so he didn't care.
They were done.
They were done.
And so, yeah, then you have Gordon and Batman talking it over the next scene, and Batman's like you can see where Batman's mind is, because Gordon's like, I'm good friends with him, and like, I didn't know he was dirty, and Batman's kind of talking like, well, he kind of deserved it if he's dirty, and Gordon's like, do you think he deserved it? But this Batman is so hell-bent on, this is the mission. It's one where, like, you're either with me or you're not. And if he's even slightly bent, then he's done. There's
no grey in this Batman.
No.
It's just like you're either good or you're bad, that's it.
And that's why he fights with Selina so much later on when she takes the money.
Yeah.
Because he's so aggressive. He's like, you have to just be here. We're doing the right thing. And if you do anything else in the grey area, I'm not having it.
Yeah, and it's a very weird line to draw for a man who works in a very grey area of the law, let's be honest.
You also then have Selina. She goes back into the club to try and make contact, because him and Selina are working together now. She's wearing the contact lenses. She meets the DA, and they're getting on very well. And the DA follows her outside and is like, get in my car, we'll drive home.
We'll go home. And she just leaves, because she found information that she didn't like, wasn't that it?
No, she ran into Falcone.
Falcone, sorry, that was it.
And Batman's on the intercom. Intercom? Yeah, I suppose, on the radio.
Yeah.
And he's like, you know Falcone? She's like, yeah, we know of each other. Like, he's like, why did you tell me you had a prior relationship with the main boss, crime boss in Gotham?
Yeah, but he apparently never really leaves the Iceberg Lounge either. He says he's a recluse. He only comes out for the mayor's funeral happening a couple of days later.
And so, yeah, Riddler is in this guy's car, and immediately it becomes like the Unabomber, or the collar bomb heist, where he's just like, he just wraps the bomb around the guy's neck, beats the shit out of him, and then that just goes, and you're like, what happened to him? Like, the DA is now dead as well. So the commissioner's dead, the mayor's dead, and the DA is dead. in the space of 3 days.
Yeah, and the Riddler has announced himself to the people of Gotham by this point.
Then you have just before they go off to the funeral, because they have to go to the funeral of the mayor. So
because Bruce Wayne has to be there.
Yeah, now Bruce Wayne has to be there because Bruce says to Alfred, "Well, there's going to be leads there. Like I need to." He's not going for Bruce Wayne. He's going because like it's part of the mission.
Yeah, it's useful to Batman if Bruce Wayne is there because the Riddler might show up to the funeral, like criminals return to the scene of the crime kind of a thing.
And before he goes, he's missing his cufflinks, and he's like, "I don't give a fuck." And like Alfred's like, "I'm not letting you out without your cufflinks. Like, if you're going to a funeral," he's like, "I don't give a shit about Bruce Wayne. Like, who cares if people think I'm weird? Like, I'm Batman. I'm going to solve things that way."
Yeah.
And you have the bit where he gives him the Wayne cufflinks, and he's like, "You're not even a Wayne. Why are you giving these to him?" And Alfred's just like, "Your father gave these to me." And then Bruce immediately backs off. And he's like, "Oh, okay."
He's like, "Oh, I fucked up." Yeah. But yeah, it is a shitty thing for Bruce to say to Alfred in that moment as well.
He's just an emo. He's just a dark man.
Just a prick. Just a little bit of a prick.
Just a bit of a prick. And so then we have the funeral scene where, I mean, I love the bit where Bruce saves the kid.
So good.
So good, because he sees himself.
Yeah, and it's the same kid from earlier that he like acknowledged as Batman. And Bruce pulls him out of the way of a screaming car. I like how the mayor-elect talks to Bruce on the way in. And she's like, "Mr. Wayne, I've been trying to get in touch with you. You could really help this city."
Yeah.
And he's just not interested at all.
Doesn't care. He doesn't give a shit. Because that's not part of the mission. Because but he's so focused.
That's not his plan.
Yeah, and so also the weirdo that he talks to at the start, that's actually, he's the guy who appears at the end in the Riddler costume. So he's
really?
One of his followers. Yeah, it's the same actor.
So he's like because he's all disenfranchised with like, no, the wealthy are the problem.
Yeah, so like he appears at the end and he's like, "Oh, that makes sense. The Riddler got to him."
That's nice. I didn't catch that on first watching it. That's cool.
So the obviously the funeral gets crashed, I suppose, literally.
Very literally.
By a car, and then you have all the police are there, and the guy gets out. It's the DA with the bob around his neck, and the phone is ringing in his hand.
Yeah,
and it's like a proper Saw situation, and he's like, "I need help,"
and he's got "Further Batman" taped on his chest.
And and so everyone cleans out except for you have Batman walks in the front. You hear the boots. He comes through the shadows, and you're like, he's here to help. This is going to solve it. He answers the phone, and you have Riddler there. He's like, "You have to answer 3 riddles. This is just for the DA, and in 2 minutes, and then I'll let you free."
This is very Riddler as well. This is like, but it's a fucked kind of Riddler because it's like it's absolute torture. But he's turned it into a game for himself.
Yeah.
It's very unsettling.
But it's on brand for the man himself, because as you said, very Riddler to be like, "You got 2 minutes and you'll get free." Riddler is a bit like Saw, really. So we're thinking about like on a less grand scale.
He's a bad sport, is what he is.
He is a bad sport, and so I think the 3 riddles are like what's blind or whatever, and so it's justice.
It's justice,
and then the next one is I had the moment where like, they're really shit riddles.
Yeah,
I was like, "It's justice." I was like, "It's just." I'm like, "Yes, I said that, Batman." But then the next one was like, "How much did it cost you for a bribe?"
Because we didn't mention it, but I mean, you've all seen the movie. But the Maroney drugs bust, which is a high
what
that
everyone's talking about.
Gotham PD have been riding this for years. Largest drug bust in the history of Gotham. There was a rat, like someone ratted them out. It was all staged, the drugs bust. It was just to make the police department look good, and a load of politicians and dirty cops were in on it.
And they've been living off it for years.
Like, that's how the mayor keeps getting elected. Like, that's how people keep their positions of power, is being like, "I was in charge when the drugs bust happened."
Yeah, and I like that they use Salvatore Maroni. Like, that's a character that has appeared in Batman media before. Like, he's in Mask of the Phantasm, and he's one of the crime bosses that the Phantasm kills. But it's you have a lot of moments here where you're like, oh, there's definitely something really bubbling underneath Gotham that's like corrupt, but Batman doesn't know how the extent that it goes, and so throughout the movie we're finding out more. It's like, holy shit, everybody's corrupt. Every single person in a position of power is corrupt, and Gordon's finding out as well, and Gordon's like, holy shit, I didn't realise it went this deep.
Yeah, and like especially with Gordon, you get the sense like this man is not an idiot. Like, he's aware there are dirty cops, he just doesn't know how bad it is. Bruce is the same. He knows Gotham has problems, but he doesn't know how deep they run at this point. And
you have the bit where he's like, then the DA's like 10 grand was all it took to get him to just do whatever. Just give him 10 grand. And in the last one, the last riddle is just really simple. You're like, you've got 30 seconds left. You've a chance to get out of this. All you have to tell me is, who's the rat? Who's the rat that you have?
Yeah, easy answer.
And the guy it's actually really good because like Batman's like, just say it, like you're nearly free, and he's just like, I can't. Like I have a family. What he says is, if I don't say it, I just die. But if I do say it, everyone I know is dead. Yeah. So I can't say it. And you can see that logic. And Riddler's, and it's just such a good tense moment where you're like, say something. Fuck, it's too late. What I don't like is Batman doesn't move. He stays right beside the bomb. He
stays front-facing towards the bomb.
He doesn't even do the old cape up, which makes sense.
The weird, like, Kevlar reinforced cape or whatever it is.
Yeah.
That would have been great. He just takes it like a man.
Which, I'm like, okay, that's a bit weird. But I think they just wanted the cool shot of him being fucking blown backwards.
Yeah. Probably, yeah. And it's a good way of getting into the next scene, which is Batman on the table in the police station.
Yes. And so he's on the table and he wakes up with a concussion, obviously, and they're looking at him, but it's him, and like it's Captain America in the lift levels of, does anybody want to get out?
Yeah.
Because there's about 50 people packed into this fucking room, and all around him.
Like, and a guard pulls at the cowl, and Batman is just like, no, not happening.
Because he's slowly waking up, and then everyone's just like, why are we doing this with his mask on? Let's just take it off, see who he is.
Yeah.
And that's when it all kicks off, where he leaps off the table and just starts punching fucking random people, anyone who comes near him.
And the commissioner walks in and he's like, I have you, like, even if I don't have you on vigilantism, I have you for assaulting an officer now.
And then Batman responds, now you have me assaulting 3.
Yeah. Okay, I'll assault all of the officers, that's fine.
He doesn't give a fuck. It's like, charge me with anything you want. And that's the bit with Gordon that made me laugh. He's like, I'll talk to him, hang on. And then just like really violently, he's like, sneak out the back, alright? You fucking, oh Jesus, now pretend to punch me, right? We're having an argument here. And even Batman's like, who's the guy with the mustache over there? And he's like, oh, that's the guy in narcotics. He's dirty. I think that he says, Gordon says, he moonlights as one of Penguin's men? And Batman responds, no, I think he moonlights as a cop.
Yeah, that's a really good line. It's like, no, this dude is entirely criminal. He just happens to have a salaried position as well. And
so they're like, right, Penguin must be the rat, because they had the Spanish clue of
Rata Alada.
Yeah, El Rata Alada.
Yes.
So it's
a bird with wings or something like. Is that it? Or?
I think it's a rat with wings.
A rat with wings.
Yeah. So, and they're just like, okay, well, what has wings? I mean, a penguin, I suppose, has wings.
Yeah, they draw the connection of it's a rat with wings, which is a word for a pigeon, and a penguin is kind of like a pigeon.
Yeah, and you can kind of see the logic, because I mean, like, what has wings? We only know one character in this that is named after a bird of some kind. So yeah. I mean, also, how they have this conversation is they meet back up. Yeah, as we talked about earlier, he breaks into the top of the roof of the police station, flies down. He has that moment on the roof where he's like, "Oh shit, this is really high. I'm meant to be like cocky and always know what I'm doing, but holy shit,
I am terrified here."
Yeah. And so he limps away. He meets back up with Gordon. My favourite bit is Gordon walks up and he's like, he walks over to the light and Batman just appears out of the shadows already talking. Like, you can't see him. and then he just like pops out. You're like, that's so Batman.
Yeah.
To like,
it's
that's
drama.
a comic book pattern. That like he just begins a sentence and just pops out. God's like, holy shit, there's where we are. And so they're like, yeah, we got to go to Penguin's next drop off. And so they turned up in the lashing rain.
So good. This scene, man.
Gotham should always be raining. It should always be raining. If you've played any Arkham games, it's just rule one.
It's rainy, it's miserable, it's full of crime. Those are three things about Gotham City.
And so then they turn up to the drop off, and Catwoman is there, and she's like just stealing money. And she's like, Falcone owes me this. I'm going to take all this money.
Yeah.
And Batman immediately turns on her. And he's like, fuck you. Like, we don't take money. Did you have to set all this up just for this crime? But like, he's like, you're one of them now in his head.
Yeah, but it's not the same, because she is not doing this. She's doing this to survive. Whereas the other, like the Penguin and Falcone, like they do all of it for power and control.
Yeah. But look, you're trying to talk about nuances to a man dressed as a bat.
That is true.
So,
might be too far gone in that case.
So he's like way too far. This is year 1, 2 Batman. He does not give a fuck about what your grey area is. He's just going to punch you until you stop doing something that he doesn't want you to do. And so what happens then is it all breaks down, and we have the introduction of the Batmobile in this scene, Sean. And what were your thoughts on this?
I love the Batmobile so much. I wasn't sure about it in stills, like when we just saw like still photos of it. But my God, in motion, it is fan. It makes the like 9-year-old in me so happy, because it's just the loudest car in the world.
It's, do you know what I was thinking? Futurama wear car.
I was thinking the wear car. Christine. It's like Christine.
It's like Bender when he becomes a wear car.
It looks like a car that the devil would drive.
Yes, but also it looks like a car 14-year-old me would think is the coolest car that's ever lived.
Oh yeah, when you can customise it in Saints Row and you make the back wheels bigger than the front ones. Like
now I'm looking at it going, okay, that's just cool, because Batman is like 22 and he's like, yeah, I'm going to make a fucking muscle car.
But and you see bits of it, like you see it in the Batcave and he has like the engine pulled out of it and stuff like that. But like it is just a muscle car that he has made bulletproof and put just a jet engine on the back of it.
Yeah. And also the car chase itself, so fucking brave and cool of them to put the camera on the side of it. That's so much harder to do.
Yeah.
Why don't, like, you don't have to do that, but it just adds a level of, oh shit, we're like right alongside it, that you're on the road with them.
Yeah, and like it's a car chase against the Penguin, and Penguin is genuinely trying to kill Batman in this chase. He's not trying to get away for a lot of it. He is just trying to end him.
And you have the scene from the trailer, which, I mean, does not get any less cool in the movie.
No.
Even when you know what's about to happen, it's like, I got you. The car comes out of fucking flames and flips. And my favourite bit is the Penguin is upside down until Batman walks over and he like looks down, and then Penguin is right side up. Because it's like, now I'm on your level, bitch, get out of the fucking car.
It's like, I like how Bruce Wayne in this, he consciously thought, I'm going to walk slowly towards this man. I am going to, because it's intimidation. It's like, it's part of it.
But you know what he is? He's Michael Myers. No, he's Mike Myers. Like, he's just unstoppable. He just keeps moving forward. It doesn't matter what you do.
Yeah, he can never be stopped. He can barely be slowed down, quite honestly. And
I think that's the idea he's going for the criminals. Like, the criminals throw everything at him. They're shooting him. They're fucking kicking him. He just never breaks stride. He's just constantly going straight. You can't stop him.
Like, I don't care if he's like a mob boss or whatever. Like, Penguin is going to have nightmares about that. And that's more valuable to Batman than him being behind bars.
And so, like, you have that moment where he's like, this guy's fucking crazy. And we're like, yeah, he is.
Yes. And then, next up then, it's the scene where they're interrogating Penguin. Is that right?
Yeah, and that's a really great scene. Colin Farrell kills it in this scene.
He is chewing the fucking scenery in that.
Yeah,
man.
and he's like, and Gordon and Batman are like being the crime duo, and he's just like, you two are fucking idiots. What the fuck? I love that they threw this in. Now, a lot of people won't like that Batman is dumb and he didn't understand Spanish.
Yeah, it's a big mistake for Batman to make.
I get that, but I like... You know what? I kind of like the fact that he's so fucking rash. He doesn't stop to fucking think in this. And he needs to learn these lessons.
That is a good way of looking at it. It's like, I don't know, watching it, I was like... I remember thinking like, okay, this is a bit weak. Like, just...
Maybe it's too dumb.
Maybe it is. Maybe it's just not... Like, because I don't know... Like, because the whole thing is that the Spanish was translated wrong. But... the audience, like, unless you speak Spanish, like, the audience don't know that. And it to have it just explained in like 5 seconds, and now Batman's suddenly an idiot. It's just kind of a weird whiplash to get over after you've seen him be incredibly competent. Maybe that's what they were going for, that he's like really competent in the violence and the car chases, but he still has a way to go as a detective.
And I can understand. There's a few scenes in this movie where you're just kind of like, okay, that's dumb, or that doesn't entirely work. But it doesn't. A lot of people are using those scenes to kind of beat the rest of the movie. I think it's a case of, like, coming up soon is the bit with Alfred.
Yeah.
And the bomb. And I actually had someone said to me, like, why would Alfred, if he's SAS, open that fucking package or even look at the package? You would be smarter than that to, like, there's a fucking bomb, clearly.
Yeah.
I understand that. That's completely... I mean, I agree. I think that's a dumb reason. But it gets us to the great character building scene of the next bit in the hospital. And so... I think you could have written it better in terms of Alfred, maybe he knows it's a bomb, he throws it away, and he still gets blown up, but he throws it away at the last minute.
He has that reaction, that reflex to it. Maybe he opened it because he was worried something had already happened to Bruce.
Yeah, like you could have the exact same scene but change it slightly. I probably agree with that. But overall, the goal is still the same. You want to get Alfred injured, and you want them to get to a hospital bed. And you want the Bruce to have the moment where he's like, oh shit, there's mortality here. Yeah.
No, and like that's... I'm not... none of this ruins the movie for me by any stretch of the imagination. It's... it was just... that contrivance is probably the weakest part of the Riddler storyline to me, is that Batman just fucked up his Spanish one time.
Yeah. And I think the movie is like... has such strong bits, and there's like one or two bits you're like, you could just like tighten that slightly.
Yeah, but most of it can be justified by saying, oh, but he's year 2 Batman, and he just didn't know how yet.
It's like a get-out clause.
Yeah.
Like break glass in case of emergency situation.
It's like, what do the kids say? You're kind of huffing copium, I believe they call it.
That's what they say, yes, of course.
Thank you, children, for teaching me that.
Thank you, children. Thank you.
That's what I said as I left the cinema.
That's what you said as you entered the jail. Thank you, children. Thank you. So the Riddle ends up sending them to a URL, and he
can
gets
talk
there.
to the Riddler.
He's talking to the Riddler. They have a really weird scene where like they're chatting, like web chat, and it sends them to the orphanage.
Yeah.
And you get to the orphanage, and this is with the bit with like Thomas Wayne playing, and you realise, oh shit, Bruce Wayne is the sins of my father. So like Bruce Wayne's next.
Yeah, so Riddler can't kill Thomas Wayne, but he can kill Brucey Boy.
And that puts us in a bit of a dilemma, because Bruce is in the room finding out about the riddle that he's going to kill him. And he's like, but when I'm not home, who's he going to kill?
Oh, then... He does the classic Batman disappear and Gordon is left confused. Love that. He is in the Batmobile trying to ring Alfred, and he's screaming at him to pick up, and we don't hear it, we just see him scream it. as like the roar of the engine is just the only thing you can hear.
He's speeding through Gotham City, just like trying to get back because he's like, he wants to save the only person that he cares about in the world.
Yeah, and he gets the housekeeper and he says something terrible is about to happen.
And she's like, oh, I was trying to reach you. It actually happened an hour ago. And he's like, oh, like, I love that's really good editing. Just like, we're like right there with him, like, oh, there's a time frame. You can still make it, Bruce. Oh wait, no, it happened an hour ago. You're done.
It's over. Like, and then we get where was it? Sorry, I get confused about this bit because Bruce learns something and then learns something different about the same situation.
So what happens next is we have a very detective style Batman where he's in his house and he like clears out all the furniture and he writes it all down and gets it out of his brain onto the floor. And he just wants to know what the fuck is going on. And he's like, where's my family involved? What's the DA involved? Maroney, Falcone, all these people. Who are these people and why are they all connected with the renewal project as well? And so he's like looking at old files that are in his house and all that stuff. And then Selena rings him on the contact. She rings him on the contact lens, but she just like turns it back on. And
just leaves it open, basically.
She's like, I want to talk. And he's like, okay. So they go to the skyscraper and have a chat. And she explains they have like a kind of argument, but it's like, it's the bit we've seen in the trailers where you just have the two of them with like the beautiful backdrop, just like having a proper Batman Catwoman conversation. And it's revealed that she is Falcone's daughter, which has happened in the comic books as well. Mm-hmm. They kind of use it as a way to make her a bit more relatable or like sympathetic. So she's allowed to do crimes in terms of like she's stealing from him because he's a dickhead.
Yeah, and that's like any money she's stealing is her father's, and he never looked out for her, kind of a thing.
Yeah. And so then I love the fact that Batman's like, he's aggressive at the start. She explains it, and then immediately, you know what I really like is he apologises.
Yeah.
He says, I'm sorry I said that stuff.
I see the error of my ways, Selena.
Do you know how little Batman apologises to anyone? So like, I was like, yeah, I'm all in on this. Batman, apologise. They have a bit of romance, Shaun.
Love that for them.
Love that for them. And, what do you think of the two of them as a duo, by the way?
I like them. I think they have good chemistry. Catwoman is a lot more realistic, I think, like in the way she goes about her life. She's a lot more realistic than Bruce because they were brought up different. Like Catwoman has always had to fight to survive, but Bruce has always had money, kind of a thing. Yeah.
But I love that she keeps calling them Vengeance.
Yeah.
I think that's fucking great. That's
just taking the piss out of them.
Just like, yeah, come on, Vengeance.
Yeah.
Let's just have a bit of fun. What are you talking about?
Yeah, lighten up.
Yeah, and because he's all got emo, like, I'm vengeance, I'm in the night. And she's like, yeah, alright, cool, come on.
Well, let's go do some work.
So then we move on to the video of Thomas Wayne gets released. So Riddler releases the video that's like, Thomas Wayne was involved, you have Martha, the Arkhams.
Yeah, the whole... I don't know a lot about Martha Wayne, aside from her first name. Is she generally an Arkham?
I mean, I think there's precedent for it in the comic. I wouldn't be the first thing I think of. When I don't think I've ever... I wouldn't put too much stock into it in terms of, like, general... What am I thinking of? Canon. Here.
Right, okay.
I'm sure it's probably popped up before of her past. Normally, there's a lot of things where Thomas and Martha Wayne are just literally the best citizens ever. They're just like the perfect specimens. And they're so nice and everyone loves them. And then the terrible thing happens, and of course, that's what sets them off. But there has been times where, of course, like, yeah, Martha is... I don't know, is she Martha Arkham? Like, that's her maiden name? Or they just knew the Arkhams? I thought
it was like, it was the Arkham family, like... Because they were saying that the Arkham family, in the video that Riddler releases, he's like, the Arkham family had a long history of mental illness, as did Martha Wayne. And Thomas Wayne paid off, or was tried to pay off a reporter to not print the story.
Yeah, and so then eventually Riddler's like, and then that reporter died. So he wanted to stop the reporter, then he gets on to Falcone, then the reporter mysteriously dies. Put the pieces together yourself. So of course Bruce is like, did you just insult the most perfect human beings I've ever met? That is outrageous. So he goes back to the Iceberg Lounge to meet with Falcone as like Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
And with his little strands of hair in front of his face. And he's like, tell me the truth. And he walks straight to the back. And I love the fact that he's like, you know who I am. So it's like mirror image or whatever. Do you know who I am?
Yeah.
He goes straight to the back and Falcone's there, played by John Turturro. And he's like, just chewing scenery.
Killing it. Kills it this whole movie. There's a bit earlier on at the funeral where he's like, Bruce comes up to him as being like, didn't expect to see you here, you're a criminal, all that kind of shit. And Falcone is just like, this kid's father patched me up. Like, he saved my life. And
Bruce is like in his head like, no, he just did what was right.
Yeah,
like,
he took the Hippocratic Oath. Hippocratic Oath.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good, yeah. And so Falcone's like, he explains, your father was a bit of a dickhead and he got me on the sly to get rid of the reporter because he was going to ruin his campaign.
Yeah.
And we couldn't have that, could we?
I think he's like, he told me to shut him up and things got out of hand. That was how it went down.
And so, like, Bruce is obviously, like, his whole world is shattered now. Like, his
but black and white, good or bad.
That's what he says. Like, but everything has to be either one or the other. I am a Twitter user. How can it be grey?
No, I don't like this.
So he's like bolting. He's pissed. And the next scene is him and Alfred in the hospital.
Yeah, Alfred has survived the explosion.
Alfred wakes up, and the next scene is literally the first thing Bruce says to him is, "You lied to me." Not even "How are you?" Not even "Hello." Just "You lied to me."
Alfred didn't see the video. He doesn't know what's going on.
He got bloated up, Sean.
What if Alfred didn't know what he had lied about, and he was just like, "Yes, your ass does look big in the bat suit."
You look kind of emo when you do it. I gotta be honest.
You're a real prick, Bruce.
Sometimes you're a dick.
Just goes off on him.
But I think there's a lot to be said for Alfred then in this scene just immediately going, "Oh no, all that's bullshit."
See, this is the thing that, because the way Alfred tells the story is that Thomas Wayne paid Falcone to shut the reporter up. When he heard that Falcone killed the man, he was horrified and was going to go to the police. And
he wasn't gonna shut him up for the campaign's sake. It was for Martha's sake.
Yeah.
He didn't want to get out that Martha had done all this, because then she would be, the reporters would be following her around looking for a story. He was looking out for his wife. This will ruin her life.
Yes.
And so, it's basically made out, oh no, Thomas Wayne's a good guy. So you're like, Thomas Wayne's a dickhead. Ah, no, he's grand, though.
And I guess it's all about, and I get what they're doing here, that it's all about perspective. Bruce will never know who killed his parents, really.
And I think that's why Alfred in this scene says the line of, I've looked over that 1,000 times. Maybe Falcone killed them. Or maybe it was just a random guy.
Yeah.
On one night that killed them. And I think that line is really important, because otherwise the scene is quite bad. Otherwise it's weird that they go from one to the other, that you don't know who to trust. What I love in this scene, what I absolutely love, and it made me tear up, is the bit where this is when Bruce is like, I didn't realise what it meant to lose. I'm not afraid to die. He says, I'm not afraid to die, but I realise I'm still afraid of that feeling I had when they died.
Of losing someone I love.
And he doesn't say it, but in this scene I'm like, just tell him you love him. But he's not there yet.
But he's getting there, and that's all Alfred needs. I think Alfred is wearing a Wayne ring as well while he's in the bed. I think I saw that. And it's
and the bit where Alfred puts out his hand, and for a minute I was like, he's not going to take it.
Yeah.
And then he does, and you're like, yeah, you're growing. It's not about you. Like, Alfred is technically your dad. Because in most canons of Batman, like, Bruce will say, oh yeah, Thomas Wayne is my dad, but like, Alfred's my father. Like, he raised me.
Yeah, like, he helped him become the man he is, you know?
Yeah. And so in this, seeing them... Now, I could be bringing in my own, like, past media. So, like, my experience with these characters before into this scene. So I'd be interested, like, there's probably people that don't really care. Like, they don't really... Not that they don't care, but, like, Batman and Alfred, who cares? And then in this movie, they don't get a lot of screen time together. So when Alfred goes down, I can see why, if you're coming into this, you'd be like, well, why should we care that his butler got brought up?
Bruce doesn't even care about this guy.
Yeah, like he's always mean to him. So I can see why there's some people like, this isn't a very good scene. But I'm kind of bringing in past baggage from like other things. I'm like, yeah, these two are like, they're a team. Like they're like a duo, and seeing them not be a duo in this at the start was weird. They're kind of like halfway there, but Bruce is not. Bruce should be to Alfred like he's his son. So like, there's the bit where in Mask of the Phantasm, which I think you probably remember, it is like him and Bruce are arguing, and Bruce is like, "You think you know me, don't you?" And Alfred's like, "Yeah, well, you know, I put bottoms on your, or no, I pressed all your bottoms when you were very young. So yes, I think I bloody well ought to know you," or whatever.
Yeah,
and he's kind of like, he's known him since he was a kid. Like, you can't scare Alfred.
I do think there will be more Alfred stuff in the second one.
Especially Andy Serkis.
Yeah, like you don't get Andy Serkis for like 3 major scenes.
It is a bit weird on the Whiplash, but I just love the idea that the two of them are friends. I just want them to be.
I like that they've gotten to that point now, and that whole awkward bit at the start is over.
And it's really important that Bruce puts it out in words. I'm not afraid to die, because this Batman doesn't give a shit. Like, he's like, I'll kill you, I'll kill me, I don't care. Well, actually, I probably won't kill you. I'll kill me, I don't care.
Yeah, he'll give his life for the mission, but he doesn't want to lose anyone.
And he didn't realise that until now.
Yeah.
He's just like, up until this point, he was like, well, sure, if I die, who cares? Like, I don't care if I die. But he's never realised, oh, wait, there's somebody else might die from me from doing this.
Oh, better push everyone away from now on. Okay. Yes. Lock that in, Bruce.
Just remembered it himself. So then the bat signal goes back up, and you have Gordon and him go back, and they're like, I thought you put it up. And they go up to the top of it, and it's Catwoman there with the corrupt narcotics officer.
Yeah.
And she's like, he was there the night that Annie died. And she has him on a video call, like the call recording from Annie, that like, you have Falcone there and you can hear him choking her to death.
That's horrendous. Like,
yeah.
That recording, fucked. The fact that Catwoman hears it, fucked. And the fact that it's her dad did it, fucked.
Fucked. But so good. So juicy.
So good. And this is where Catwoman has that like walk the line moment. Where like she is like, okay, and now we know it's Falcone, let's kill this guy.
Yeah, because she's like, he was there, he helped kill Annie, we're gonna kill him.
Yeah, he's like, part of it.
You're like, Bruce is like, we don't kill people. She's like, but he killed my friend, and I was helping solve my friend's murder. I'm going to kill him, and I'm going to feel real good about it, and then I'm going to go kill Falcone. So they're my two things.
Yeah, and it's where she goes a bit rogue for a little while.
But it's also understandable for what she does. And you have the where she just kicks him off, and him and Gordon save him.
Yeah,
and they drag him back up.
Very Batman thing to do: save a criminal.
Also, then he chases after, he like building walks down the fucking building. It's really cool, but it's like only like in one scene.
Surely he could have used that to get down from the police station earlier.
Would make sense. Would have made sense, but look, we're not going to get into it. It's used like, it's a really cool gadget that's used once for like, I would say 3 seconds of screen time. At the end of it, I was like, why did he not do that before?
Where's the rest of it? Even just the grappling hook on its own. First of all, grappling hook in this movie, really, 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 really cool. Needs some more play. I want to see him swinging about the place.
He's all gadgets though. Like, he's riddled with gadgets, is why he's always rattling every time he walks into a scene. But like, he's like a young Batman. He's just got all these ties. He hasn't quite figured out how to use them all.
He's still testing out what works best for him.
Like that's why he has the fucking suit.
Yeah, man's got one Batarang in his arsenal.
Like he's overdone it on certain things and not done enough on other things.
He's really leaned into the whole wrist mounted like dart launcher type thing.
Yes. I think to perfect it they need to be computers. Well, one of them does on his app.
Yeah. Like an Oracle style, like here's what's going on, and get information sent to him and shit like that.
That's what I thought he was doing with Penguin. You know, when he was typing in like the URL and everything. And then he had a laptop.
Just had a regular like Sony Vaio.
I was like, just use the fucking yoke in your arm. That would have just solved it. But look, what can you do? So then he has to go try and catch up with Selena. Yeah. And they figure out Falcone's the rat. It comes to light.
A falcon also is a rat with wings.
And so he's like, right, the Falcone is the rat. That means, and then the police, the narcotics guy is like, everyone in the city, he doesn't work for us. Yeah. We all work for him.
Falcone is the mayor.
Like, he's the guy who's run Gotham for 20 years, ever since the renewal project that we all skim money off every single year. It's a charity, so nobody ever looks at the oversights or the overheads. Like, we can just do whatever the fuck we want.
Yeah, because the Waynes donated like $1 billion and then just died. So that money is just for the taking.
And so so Batman's like, we need to go back to the Iceberg Lounge. So he's like racing there. And Catwoman's already there, like full Selena Kyle outfit, and she's like, "Can I speak to Falcone? I'm very upset about my friend Annie. I just need to talk to him."
Falcone's like, "Yes." Does he know she's his daughter?
No.
Right.
She reveals that now.
She reveals that to him now. I thought that he knew when they met earlier. Okay. I don't think so. So then what happens is the Batman has to break into the Iceberg Lounge and he has to cut off the electricity and go through the hallway after going down through the lift, Sean. Thoughts? Good. Oh, this scene, man. This is amazing.
They shouldn't have shown it to us.
No, this would have been amazing to see in the cinema first time.
Why did they put this in the trailer? Because I watched the trailer 50 times.
It's brilliant. It's amazing. Yeah. But if I had seen that in the cinema, I might have. I would have shit myself.
I was like giddy. I was watching it like giddy. Like, this is fucking pure Batman. Like, you just see the muzzle shots of the gun, and like he's getting closer, like fucking Mike Myers. Like, he's just slowly getting closer to everyone and just breaking bones one by one.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff as well where he's fighting them, and he does grab the gun at points, but he just hits him with the butt of it. Yeah, because I mean, it would have solved a lot of issues if he just had Ben Affleck to just take the gun, machine gun them all to death. It's game over. You don't have to fight anyone. If you could Batfleck quickscope every villain, yeah, absolutely.
Bring the sniper to the lounge. Walk in with it.
Very strange choice in those movies, but this is great. This scene where he's just mowing through lads is amazing.
And also he walks in as he doesn't have time to put on the suit yet. So he comes in with just the eye makeup on and like the hair and the hat and the scarf up, and he gets in, and then he's like in the fucking other room, like cutting off the electricity and quickly putting on the suit. Yeah. And then be like, okay, let's go to work. And he just like barrels through them one by one.
Another thing about that suit that I like, I do believe he can fit it in a backpack.
Yes. It seems lightweight.
Yeah, which is outstanding level of detail that just like he just walks around and he's ready to go in 5 minutes.
I'm going to say so, Sean.
Go ahead.
I'm going to say it. I think this is the best looking Batsuit ever.
Best Batsuit we've ever had.
Ever.
I'm so glad you think so.
I mean, Affleck's was fucking slick. Affleck's was unreal. Yeah. But I think this, for what this is, it works so fucking good.
It's like, it's everything that was good about every Batsuit put together.
Yeah, it's like, it's got the cool grey of the Affleck suit, but like it's leaned down into like, just, it's got like the Christian Bale Dark Knight leanness combined with the Affleck grey outlook with the cowl.
And the collar of the cape gives it like a Keaton kind of presence. that he looks bigger and wider than he is.
I just think it looks beautiful. Like, it looks
gorgeous.
unreal.
It's fucking amazing. I can't believe we haven't talked about that yet, but yeah, it's so good.
We haven't talked about a lot of things. We've talked about the plot, but like all the actors, everyone's killed it.
Everyone's outstanding. That goes without saying, I think.
Greg Fraser is on cinematography, and that guy, he did The Mandalorian, then he did Dune, then he did this.
Good God, Greg is having a good couple of months.
Greg's after having a few months to himself there now. He did, to go from Dune to then this. He worked on them back to back.
And they're both very different films, but they both look outstanding.
Just beautiful. Every shot in this is fucking gorgeous.
Yeah. And it's the every frame a painting mindset. We're just like, no, you can pause at any point and this looks amazing.
But it shouldn't be, because it's always raining and it's always dark. It should be really drab and none of it should be nice. But fuck me, somehow.
I've seen Man of Steel.
Oh, I know.
I'm well aware.
Do you know what I don't like? Is this movie came out and people have started shitting on No Way Home. Because now No Way Home is shit because this is the new thing.
No, two things can be good.
We can have lots of nice things, guys.
Isn't it great? We've got two good movies.
Back to back. And they're good in different ways.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
And they both do different jobs. They're both different stories. Like, you're in it for different reasons. I don't always want to watch Seven. Sometimes I want to watch Scott Pilgrim.
And the thing about that is, like, you see it a lot on Twitter that, like, this movie comes out, Marvel's dog shit. The MCU is dog shit.
MCU is dead. Called it.
This is new. This is now the new thing. This is big deal. And look, I think two things can be good at once. We've talked about this.
Yeah.
The MCU can be good. No Way Home, excellent. Very much like
Eternals, not so excellent.
Not so good. Now, that doesn't say everything in the MCU is good, but there's a lot of really good stuff there. They've made an awful lot of money doing good stuff. I mean, DC, they've done this. They've also done some things that we not...
Some things that we don't like. They did the first Wonder Woman, though. That was pretty good.
That was pretty good. Did the second Wonder Woman.
I haven't seen it.
That happened. But, go on.
I was going to say that, like, I want them to... Because it's definitely getting a sequel. That's been known for
it's signed on for 3 movies.
Yeah. I want them to be really, really careful. And just let him do the exact same thing he's already done. Let Matt Reeves do what he wants to do. Don't say, no, but this worked well in the last movie, so we need to include it. No, if he wants to get rid of it, get rid of it. Just trust him. Matt
Reeves was at Comic-Con in 2017, apparently writing this in a separate room. The convention was in the other room, and he was in a separate room to the side writing the script for this.
Right.
Just like writing the Batman. And when he wrote it, he had Pattinson in mind, and he had Kravitz in mind as Catwoman. And they hadn't even asked Pattinson, and he didn't even know if Pattinson liked Batman. But he was like, I want a Kurt Cobain guy who's famous, but he hates being famous. And who's perfect for that other
Who is
Pattinson,
literally that man.
Who is that man who is super famous and talented, but he hates being famous and just wants to do movies and leave him alone after the Twilight thing. And he's like, so that was in his head when he was writing Bruce Wayne for this.
That's really good.
And Paul Dano as well. I think Paul Dano was the first choice for this as well, that he wanted to bring him in.
He was an odd choice for Riddler, but I really like what he did with it.
But I mean, have you seen him in like Prisoners and shit? Like, he's so good at just being weird.
Yeah. See him in There Will Be Blood?
He's a chameleon. He's an absolute chameleon, that lad.
No, the Chameleon's a Spider-Man villain, Conor.
Okay, sorry, I do apologise. But he's so good at just being fucking weird.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he's a lovely man in real life, but he's just really good at that as those characters on screen. And you're off-putting. Just I'm uncomfortable watching you doing stuff.
There's a very uncomfortable bit later.
Coming up. But so they go to the iceberg lounge, and eventually Catwoman catches up with Falcone. The two of them are fighting. She's about to kill him, and Bruce comes in and stops her and is like, you don't need to kill him. If you take his life, you're not as, like, you're the same as him. We're not going to do that. And it's a really great Batman scene, because that is exactly what Batman's done hundreds of times in the comic books.
Yeah.
You're like,
you are better than this. Like,
you're better than that crime boss that you want to kill.
Yeah, don't be like him. I also like Catwoman gets a full-on scratch in with her nails. That's a very nice bit that I liked. And I like Batman has Falcone. Like, he has caught him, and Falcone is laughing, being like, "Okay, arrest me. Like, it's my. I'm going to be back here tomorrow night. You can't. I am is immunity to the law."
Because he thinks he owns everybody in the police force as well.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter. And
he owns every judge, he owns every jury. Like.
And so everybody comes out, and he comes out with a club, and you have Penguin there, and Penguin is so good. Colin Farrell in this is like, he sees his chance, and it comes out that he's the rat. You're like, you're the fucking rat for all of us, and we all lived in fear of you. Like, and you can see Penguin's eyes light up, and he's like, this is like a gap in the market.
Yeah, this is like, there's a power vacuum right now, and the first one who grabs it gets it.
And he's like lined up to be that. And so you have Falcone like, oh, you're a big man now, are you? Because I'm in handcuffs. Yeah. He gets shot, and you're like, oh shit, what the fuck? And then you forget, like, because you forgot for like 5 seconds that the riddle was, bring him into the light.
Bring the rat to the light.
Yeah.
And so, so Batman walks him out. Completely doesn't plan this. Walks him out. He happens to be under a street light. And Riddler pulls the trigger from across the road. And
I think the riddle is like, bring him into the light and I'll show myself. And so then Batman looks into the window, and of course Riddler's up there, and they all sprint up, and they eventually catch him in the cafe, which is in the trailer, that he's just sitting there waiting for them because he's done now. He's done what he wanted to do.
He's accomplished everything. Riddler's apartment, terrifying.
Awful little place.
Horrible place to exist. Really good character building. Horrible place to exist.
I don't want to be there, but yeah, it's cool. It's cool, but it's bad. It is 7. It's like the apartment.
It's a serial killer
7.
room.
Yeah. And so they eventually catch him, they take him away, and you're just like, okay, well, that's the movie done. And then I was like, wait, there's another half an hour left. What the fuck is going on here? And this is really where I do think the movie is too long, Sean. I think it's about 25 minutes too long.
2.5 hours, this will be a fucking unreal experience.
I think you could still have the end. I understand why the end is there, because, I mean, I've already said the end made me cry in terms of what it accomplishes. Yes. But I think there's bits in between that you could cut out to get us to there.
Yeah, some of the Falcone stuff, I feel, could have been cut down a bit. Because we kind of catch two villains one after another, and then there's the big set piece.
Yeah. I mean, you could even do it that Riddler's at the final place, but he's also surrounded by all of his friends.
Yeah.
So you catch him there.
Yeah, there's a bit too much back and forth sometimes of Bruce being like, okay, and that's sorted, but wait, this doesn't make sense.
So they capture him and they take him in, and I mean, Batman gets sent to Arkham, and they're like, oh, Riddler's asking for you. And he's like, oh shit, like Riddler knows that like I'm Bruce Wayne, and he's going to reveal it all. And that's when he looks at Gordon, he's like, you're a good cop. Yeah, he's like, this is it, the Batman's over. Like, and he goes to the Arkham, and they have this really fucking creepy scene where Paul Dano is munching on scenery, so he is, but he's absolutely just like monologuing and just being super fucking creepy and just weird. A weird dude. Very weird dude in this scene. And his whole thing, like, because his backstory then is that he was an orphan, but not like a Bruce Wayne orphan. He was a regular. He says one line and it stuck with me, and it was like, every winter one of the babies dies because it's so cold in the building. He starts the speech by Bruce is looking at me, just goes, Bruce Wayne, and you're like, oh, he's caught it, like he's sussed it, he's like, figured it out. And Bruce immediately looks up at the camera and is like, oh, okay, I'm done. Like, they have this on camera, I'm absolutely fucked. And he does the whole speech of like an orphan, and people care about Bruce Wayne, but they never gave a shit about anybody else because they're poor, and like it's completely, the city's just scum, like they just don't give a shit. And it goes on for like 2 minutes, and you're like, it's getting to the crescendo, and then he's like, then he says something that's like, he doesn't know who Batman is,
I think because he's talking about Bruce Wayne, and he says like, and that's why he had to die.
Yeah,
or, like something like, and it's like, and Bruce, like Batman is like, then he looks up.
He's looking down through the whole thing.
But once he says that, Batman's like, "Oh, I'm back in the game." Okay.
It's the moment where like, wait, there's hope. So you're saying there's a chance?
Hang on, Riddler. You're a shit cop, Gordon. Hang on.
He rings Alfred. You're not even my fucking dad. I wish you died in the explosion. Okay, I'll talk to you later.
Catwoman, you're evil.
I'm the best Batman ever. And so then Riddler just starts going mad because Batman hasn't solved the final riddle. And
so you didn't figure it out.
You're not as smart as I thought you were.
He gave you too much credit.
And so then he just starts singing Ave Maria once Batman is like, you're a psychopath.
Which the internet has gone wild for, by the way.
Ave Maria.
Yeah, it's a new meme.
Good stuff.
Yeah, you'd like it.
I haven't seen it. I haven't been keeping up.
I'll send you a bunch.
Send me a bunch. Was that today or yesterday?
I think it was... It's going to be this evening, I'll be honest.
Okay. But yeah. So you have Riddler just singing Ave Maria, super creepy. And Batman's like, it's not over. It's so upset for happening. There's 25 minutes left in the runtime. Where are we going? And he goes back to Riddler's apartment and he goes to the original crime, or the original weapon, the very first crime of the mayor.
Yeah, and which Batman discarded earlier. He was like, "Oh, that's the murder weapon used to kill the mayor."
Yeah,
and in his head, it's almost like, "Okay, tick box, that's sorted now. We know what did that."
But the other cop is there. And
the most helpful cop in all of Gotham.
It's also a really good scene because the cop is like, what are you doing here? And Batman just looks at him. And he's like, you're not meant to be here. And Batman just looks at him. And the man's like having a full conversation without Batman saying a fucking word.
Yeah, and he's... this is one of the good cops as well. So he's like, okay, I'll let you in. You can have a look. And then Batman starts destroying a crime scene. And
so he tears up all the carpet. Underneath is like all the bombs that he's set.
Yeah, it's a map of Gotham, all the bombs around. And there's a dark web website open. And it's the Riddler's last message to his followers.
And it was encrypted, but then it's opened up and it's like a proper, like a YouTube fucking QAnon video.
Yeah.
That's fucked. And it's just like proper like, hi guys, you're all my followers, but we got to take all this stuff back. Like, this is ours. So what we're going to do is we're all going to take our guns and we're going to go to the centre. I'll blow up all the place and we're just going to shoot everyone.
Yes, they blow up the flood walls around the city, flooding it with water. Everyone's going to gather in the stadium where all of these Riddler goons will be.
Yeah.
And they're all going because the comments are beside it. And they're all like, oh, you can get this at the Army Surplus store. Don't forget your cling fill, like all this kind of stuff.
And they're like, and what caliber do we bring? How many rounds do we bring? And everyone's like, oh, just bring a rifle if you have a rifle. Just bring whatever you want, like shotguns, rifles, anything.
It's all good, bro. It's all good.
We're just there to kill people, so it's fine. Do whatever you want. And
it's like scary real, man.
Yeah, it's like an extra edge of, oh, fuck me, that's too close to the bone.
That's too close to home.
And so then Batman's like, oh shit. And I love the fact that there's never a moment where he can save it happening. Like, he just looks out the window and it just blows up.
It just happens, yeah. Convenient timing, I would say, that Batman got to
very convenient timing, but it would be funnier if he had just made it out the door.
Yeah. It would be, or if he's like halfway through the video, all of these explosions go up, and then you just see him take a breath and like press play again.
What the fuck was that?
I need answers.
He's like, oh, that solves that actually. I probably should have played that about 30 seconds before.
Jesus, yeah, God. Should have ripped off that carpet a bit faster. Oh, no.
Why did I go get takeout before I came here? I could have actually saved an hour.
I shouldn't have stopped for that haircut.
I shouldn't have stopped. And so all the flooding starts. The whole city gets flooded, which I don't know if I'm a fan of, but what can you do?
It is in a comic, I believe. I looked into this. It's like, I think it's called 0 Year or something like that. And it
has happened. I mean, Gotham has been destroyed multiple times through earthquakes, through floods, through all sorts of
what's that
shit.
Earthquake story you told me about?
Oh no, there's someone's beating me up.
Yeah.
I've read it like 3 times. What the fuck's it called?
No Man's Land. It's No Man's Land, right?
I think No Man's Land, where all the gangs are all fighting for all the new property because the whole city falls down.
Yeah, that's the one.
And so they the whole city gets flooded and everyone goes to the centre, and Batman turns up there and all the Riddlers are all decked out in like full Riddler gear, with all their guns at the top, and Batman just starts mowing through them.
Yeah, just starts cutting them down. Like, also it's a really weird scene because they're kind of like, because one of them arrives and the other guys like welcome him.
Yeah.
And they're like, come on in. It's really weird and humanising for horrible people. It's awful.
But I think that's the point, though.
Yeah, you're meant to feel uncomfortable with these guys.
Yeah, and my favourite bit, by the way, is the mayor being like, and Gordon's like, you're going to die if you go out there.
They are here objectively for you.
And she's like, I will go out and have a chat. That's the problem with this city. People don't want that. She walks out, just immediately gets shot. I was like, you should probably listen to Gordon, to be honest.
Yeah. But I love, like, it's the most Jim Gordon moment as well, because she gets shot. He runs out on stage and just drags her back and starts like counter-firing sniper rifles with a pistol. Like, it's the perfect summation of Jim Gordon's career as a cop.
He's trying his best.
He's just trying his best, but he does not have any equipment to help him.
And so then, Batman shows up, and I mean, he just beats the shit out of all of them. There's some really good, like, inner Batman moments in this, in terms of like the guys shoot each other. I like when the two guys raise their guns and he like dives to the side and they both shoot each other. You have the fire extinguisher bit when he's like hanging on, he like blows up the fire extinguisher and then like pops out with a fucking smoke. Yeah,
he's using fear. He's still fighting with intimidation. He's not just, okay, let's walk through these guys and kill them.
And so then there's a moment finally where a guy gets a shotgun blast off and just shoots him straight in the chest. Yeah. And he's just fucked. And he's hanging on for dear life. And Catwoman has to dive down and save him.
Yeah, and then Catwoman gets attacked. And he's just been shot in the chest with a shotgun. He's just fought 12 men. He's bet. He can't get up. And I don't know if it's like a precursor to like a Venom kind of thing, but he injects himself with like adrenaline or something.
I think it's just adrenaline. I think it's as simple as like he just has a tube of adrenaline in case the worst happens and he needs to get out of there.
But he goes feral, man. Like, he leaps on this man and starts pummeling him. And like, that's the dude from the funeral, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the dude from the funeral.
Yeah, and Catwoman has to like pull him off. And Gordon comes up and is like, hey man. And like Batman has the fist up ready to hit whoever's behind him.
He's ready to go.
So good. I love it so much.
And like then my favourite bit is that like they unmask the guy and they're like, who are you? And he's like, I'm Vengeance. Because he thinks he's like so cool. And Batman in that moment is just like, what the fuck am I doing?
This is not the way.
He's Vengeance. I'm not him. It's not the way. I need to inspire. Like in that moment, Pattinson does a whole bunch of acting without saying a fucking word, and he's just like, what am I doing?
Yeah, and like without the top half of his face, he does a lot of it. So because he's like, no, I shouldn't be inspiring him. And then he sees there's a electric cable dangling close to water, and there's people trapped.
It's going to kill everyone.
It's going to kill everyone. And so he does the most Batman thing ever, which is he jumps, grabs the cable, and then the like handgun that is his bat symbol is a batarang, and it's a knife, and he slashes the cable and like falls down.
You cannot imagine how giddy I was upon seeing that. I was just like in my seat going, yes, that is a fucking comic book come to life.
That's my Batman.
Like, I don't want to be cheesy, but that is literally what I would expect to happen.
And the next bit then is all kind of like somber and slow motion, because like the bad guys are defeated.
Yeah.
And Batman objectively could leave and save himself and like get away, not risk the police coming after him. But he's standing there in the water and he looks back and he just pulls out a flare and just holds it up and walks towards the people who are trapped. And
he starts saving people and he leads them all out. Like, he's the light that leads them all out of there.
And one of them is the kid.
Yes.
The kid is the first one to take Batman's hand.
Yeah, because the mayor doesn't. The mayor looks at him and is like, who the fuck are you? And the kid's like, this guy's good. is going to help because he saved him already. Well, actually, no, Bruce saved him, I suppose.
Maybe he knows.
But the bit that really, like, that was the bit where I was like emotional at.
The helicopter.
That I was like, this is the helicopter scene. It's like when he leads them all out and he's like, and then the narration kicks back in and is like, I've been doing it wrong. Like, all this time. I've been living by fear. And I shouldn't be trying to instill fear. I can still try and instill fear in the criminals, but it's about instilling hope that there's somebody out there looking out for these people. They're looking out for the people of Gotham.
He's a symbol of hope. Oh, it's so good.
Fucking hell.
It's so fucking good. I know we're being comic book nerds, but it's just fun to like things.
Yeah. And like the fact that he also says he says vengeance won't change the past. And that's why he's like, I need
Bruce, my boy.
I was like, Bruce has grown up.
You've got it, my boy.
He's now Batman the Animated Series, Bruce.
It's best Bruce. The helicopter bit it's where the lady is being strapped in and she's like holding on to Batman's hand.
She won't let go of him because he's the only one that she trusts.
Yeah.
And he has to like carry her and he puts her down and she's like looking at him like, is it okay? And he's like, these people, I trust them too.
Yeah, it's okay.
You can go with them. They'll go with them. You. And she won't let go.
And he's covered in like dirt and rubble and like he is exhausted and bet, but he's still standing and carrying people and helping.
Don't talk to me.
The news reports that, the Batman is helping. And it's like, lads.
I don't know what I wanted from this movie, and I know it's like 25 minutes too long, but that one scene made it all worth.
I will forgive a lot of things in that movie for this one scene.
Because I was like, that's literally what I want in any Batman thing, that they always get wrong, that he always has to be a dark, edgy, vengeance fucking, like, a grumpy fucker, because that's cool. But, like, it's less cool to be... I just got to be a feature hope for these people.
Yeah, because he is hard and he is cold, but like he's kind. Like his
heart's in the right place.
His heart's in the right place. There's that very famous. Is it the animated series where one of the villains is like a young girl who's dying? And
it's that is in Justice League Unlimited. And it's the Royal Flush Gang. And they have a psychic who's Ace, I think she's Ace. And basically she's dying. Like, she's so powerful that like they made her in a lab and they like improved her psychic abilities to the point where she's like about to die. She's going to like self-destruct, and she wants to take everyone with her. Yeah, like, she's so aggressive. And basically Amanda Waller is down there. And like she's leading the Justice League. Like, we need to stop her before she kills everyone. And she's like, Superman, Green Lantern, everyone just fucking attack her. And Bruce just stops everything and just like, okay, stop, let me go talk to her. And like he walks in and she's like, I'm about to die. And he's like, I know. And they just have a chat. And she reads his mind. She's like, you're not here to hurt me, are you? And he's like, no, I'm not here to hurt you.
No, I just want to make it easier.
And he sits down beside her, like they're on a swing, and he sits down beside her. He just holds her hand because she's only like 12. He's like, and she's like, I'm really scared of dying, and she's like crying, and he's like, I know. And he just, Amanda Waller tells the story of like that he sat with her until she passed away. Like, he didn't attack her, didn't do anything. Like, they had been trying for hours to try and attack this little girl to make her stop, but all they needed was him just going, I'm just gonna
stay with you
like a human.
Yeah. Actually, you don't have to go alone.
It's in the Batman Beyond episode of Justice League. It's
right. Yes, you told me about this. It's where all of
so it's Amanda Waller telling Terry about like stories of Bruce, and that's what he's done. And that's like in canon for that Batman to have done that. Like, there's a moment where like he's just good. Like, he's just a good person. That maybe punching isn't the best way to solve every situation.
He's insane and he's got problems, but his heart is in the right place.
And so like that is what made this ending like completely worth it for me. That I cannot wait. I really hope. I mean, I'm already talking about a fucking sequel, but what I want is I want there to be active like change in the sequel. That like we've gotten through this movie where it's really great and he's really aggressive, but I want that like really big change in the second one.
I feel there's going to be a time skip in the second one, like 3 or 4 years. Bruce is like accepted by Gotham, and then a certain Clown Prince of Crime is going to show up.
Oh, no.
And then suddenly Bruce loses control of Gotham.
Do you know what I have in my notes?
Yeah.
I wanted to gloat about this for the last scene because, I mean, I love that scene. I love all that idea that they're getting across. This is the single worst scene in any comic book movie for about 20 years. I think it's atrocious.
Holy shit.
I think it's absolutely, positively dog shit that Joker is in this movie. Even if he's Barry Keoghan. And look...
Which we did call.
we knew it was Barry. And we love Barry. Barry is patron saint of the pod.
All good things for Barry.
So you know I'm not saying this from a point of aggression towards Barry. I think this is the stupidest scene, and this movie absolutely did not need this.
Wow. I'll agree that it didn't need it. I also feel like it's a better movie without it.
So yes.
But am I mad that it's gonna be in the future? No, I'm not mad that Barry Keoghan's gonna be the Joker. I mean, I feel if this was the after credits, we'd be fine.
I had such a visceral reaction to this, so I was sobbing from the previous scene. And then I went into this and I just felt so aggressively, this is terrible. Why did they do this? We were like on a home run of like, this was different from every comic book movie that has to set up 10 sequels at once. And then they're like, oh, the Joker's in this. We've had 5 since 2016. Here we go again.
This is interesting because, I mean, look, if the next movie, the Joker is the main villain, it's going to get Dark Knight comparisons out the
Why would you do that?
Why would you curse yourself like that, first of all? But, I mean, I think that we did a story not too long ago about there being 2 cuts of this movie, one with a character included and one without.
Yes.
And one of them tested better with audiences. I believe we're watching the cut that tested better with audiences.
Maybe it's just me then.
I fully get where you're coming from. Like, I think it's Joker fatigue is the issue. But I think the studios are always going to push for Joker. And if that's the concession that Matt Reeves had to make the rest of this film, absolutely fine with that. Am I interested to see Irish accent Barry Keoghan playing the Joker? Fuck yeah, I am. Like,
but do you know what? I've turned on that. Not on Barry, but I just...
Have they made you hate the Joker?
Yes.
You're bored of the Joker,
Not that I hate him. I love the Joker as a character, but I just lads, there's so many other characters. Like,
give me a clay face.
You love Spider-Man, right?
Yeah.
But if they did Green Goblin 4 times with 4 different people, basically every like 4 years,
yeah.
By the 5th one, you'd be like, I'm fucking sick of Green Goblin.
I mean, to be fair, there was Willem Dafoe and then James Franco and then Dane DeHaan.
True.
It did go downhill, I will be honest.
By the time you got to Dane DeHaan, did you care?
No, I was fully done with Green Goblin because I thought no one could ever do it better than Willem Dafoe. And turns out I was right.
I just think, just leave it. I mean, you've had 2 Oscar-winning performances. But then again, look, I think you're right. Joker makes the money. So they're obviously going to throw him in. And it's going to test better with audiences because the audiences that they're bringing in aren't me and you who have to talk about comic book stuff or us people who like love this shit. They're going to obviously trust more for the people who had to go with their kids or whatever, like, oh, that's Joker. The kids are like, yeah, that's Joker, that's really cool.
Yeah, when Dark Knight came out, we were 15, 16?
Yeah, something like that.
That was the coolest shit in the world, man. Yeah. So like, imagine being 15 or 16 watching this Batman. And then being hyped for, we'll get a Joker with this Batman.
If I was 15, this would be my favourite movie of all time. And I still think it might be in the top 5.
Very good, very impressive.
But it's really good. It ends with him and Catwoman going separate ways. She goes off to Bloodhaven. And he goes off, and the last shot is him just looking in the mirror at her. And so that is the end of the film. I mean, Matt Reeves... fucking amazing. I love the fact that they just let him do what he wanted to do.
Yeah.
Just let him go.
It's the classic thing that we say is that like studios trust your directors. And by God, Matt Reeves proved that to be right.
And Matt Reeves, I like the cast. I mean, Pattinson, I think this is like... I mean, he has had some fucking excellent performances over the last few years. I think this is right up there. Like, and...
This is up there with, like, The Lighthouse and shit, like, in terms of performance. I know they're very different films, but, like, in terms of an actor doing a job well, yeah.
But you know what's weird is I don't like him as Bruce Wayne. I love
him as Bruce Wayne.
But no, I don't like him as Bruce Wayne as, like, I don't like the character, but that's the point. He hates being Bruce Wayne. He doesn't feel comfortable as Bruce Wayne.
I like the, like, not tortured, but, like, I mean, kind of tortured, but, like, the Joker tattoo damaged.
Like, he's just got anxiety.
He's anxious, he's depressed, he's probably obsessive compulsive in some way. Like, he's...
And he hates himself.
Yeah.
And so he feels so much more comfortable because he gets to be somebody else. Like,
yeah.
And he gets to be the Batman, and then people respect him, and people like him.
Yeah, and he feels like he can do something when he was very unable to save his parents.
Yeah.
I think we just summed up the character of Batman.
I think we did. Zoe Kravitz, I mean, she's fucking Catwoman. Like,
I'm in love with Zoe Kravitz now, Conor. Quite frankly. I'll say it.
Did you see the tweet that was like, there was a girl behind me that moaned when she came on the screen?
I saw one tweet and it was I won't be able to walk out of the cinema after watching Zoe Kravitz in a leather suit kicking men for 3 hours.
But there was also one that was like, for the bisexuals, Pattinson and Kravitz back to back. What am I to do?
I've got too many presents at Christmas.
Look, I think she is literally Catwoman. Just
nailed it.
That is just I would say that's right up there with Hugh Jackman, Wolverine, with Patrick Stewart as Professor X. I think, like, Ryan Reynolds, Deadpool, Zoe Kravitz, Catwoman. That is just is right perfect. Paul Dano as Riddler, excellent. Jeffrey Wright, I mean, fucking excellent, talented
really
human being.
Gordon. So good. That man is an actor as well. Like, he is a proper actor, and he's
so good. Like, so good in this. I mean, Andy Serkis doesn't really get a lot of play. I think he's only had like 2 or 3 scenes. We all know Andy Serkis is really talented. It's just they probably just didn't give him enough. But you could also say that about, like, I wouldn't say Michael Caine. I think if we went back, I don't know if Michael Caine gets as many scenes as we think he does. But it's Michael Caine, so he has gravitas.
Yeah, I in the first one, he gets quite a bit, I think, because
in the Dark Knight, though.
Yeah, actually, like he doesn't get a huge amount. He burns a letter.
It's true. But maybe that's part of the trilogy, though. Like, the first one, you have Alfred and Bruce. They're like, Bruce is like, you're not my dad. Second one, they're working together. Third one, something happens to Alfred in the third one, and these two are like, they're like Alfred and Bruce Wayne. You're obviously going to be a lot more emotional about that. And then Colin Farrell, we got to respect the Irish. He absolutely killed it.
Also, in that interrogation scene, his legs are cable tied, so he waddles away like a penguin.
It's great. It's good stuff.
It's such a dumb bit, but I love
it. I think this is not a perfect movie, but it's the perfect Batman movie, and that's all I can say for it. This would be what I would use for. Batman Begins is excellent. I love Batman Begins, but I think I would go to this first now. Before Begins,
I think
if I want to get proper Batman.
Yeah, I think it's a really good jumping off point for what Batman is about, and you can go from here into other Batman media, but with this as your basis, you're like, oh no, I know how this guy's going to operate.
Like, if you went from this and then played the Arkham games, it would be seamless. Just go straight through.
That is like God tier Batman experience in life. Is just that.
Like, you would just go straight through. You'd be like, this is perfect. Like, this is just Arkham Origins remade again.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
By the way, it's already after making $500 million. It's only been out for a week. It had a budget of $200 million. So it's, I don't know what we're on for, but if it makes $500 million a week, it's going to take it a month to get to $2 billion.
It's definitely crossing $1 billion anyway, like guaranteed.
And just everyone on it, like music. I mean, the music, Sean.
Oh, the new
music.
Batman theme I love so much.
I've been listening to it non-stop. It works.
It's a great soundtrack.
Fucking excellent. So good. Cinematographer Greg Fraser, so good. Matt Reeves should be so proud of what he's done here. There are some things, obviously, that has some flaws. It's a bit long. There are two or three scenes that definitely, to me, you probably could cut.
Yeah, Batman forgets to be smart sometimes.
But I think at its core, like, it understands the character. Like, it has good intentions. So even when it does stuff that I'm like, I wouldn't have done it like that, but I have heart. You know what you're doing.
You just described Batman.
Yeah.
You've just described the character of Batman in describing the Batman film.
There's scenes in it where I'm like, that's not what I would do, but at the same time, where you go from there is like, I see what you're trying though. I'm willing to forgive it.
Yeah, we're trying to get from A to C. I get why B had to happen.
Yeah, but yeah, that is our Batman review, Sean. If you have anything else to add.
No, I don't think so. We shaved an hour off of the runtime of the movie, so that's pretty good.
That's a miracle.
Yeah, we really summed it up there. No, I had so much fun with this movie. I was also expecting to be a bit disappointed at the end of it, but I can honestly say I wasn't. I would love to hear what people have to say about it, like with our listeners, because I feel like our listeners were all kind of in the same echo chamber, so I'd love if there were different opinions on this movie that we can take a look at.
People might not have liked it.
People might not have liked it. People might have liked it more than us. Impossible. I'm the biggest Batman fan. Actually, no, factually, that's not true on this podcast.
It's also not, I'm not either, but like, I get loads of things wrong. I'm like, do you remember that story? Do you remember that Barbara Gordon one? Do you remember something happened to her?
Jeez, no, I can't. I think you made that up. I think that's fan fiction.
People are like listening to like, this guy's a fucking moron. He never read Batman at all.
I've seen a movie. There's a scene on a roof between Batman and Barbara Gordon.
Stop that. Do you want to do a Weetabix, or are we? I mean, I don't know what Weetabix to give it.
I'd give it a full Irish. To be fair, it's like my favourite breakfast.
I'm going to give it a full Irish as well.
Excellent. Beans? You getting beans on there?
No.
Yeah, no beans. No beans. No beans.
Do you want to take us out, John?
Yeah, thanks everyone for listening to this very special episode of Movie Mondays. If you want to support the show, you can support us over on Patreon. That's patreon.com/Heroes for Hire podcast, link in the description. Special shout outs go to reporter Waffles, outstanding in his field. I hope you have an umbrella in case it rains in that field, Waffles. Ciara Lawler, David Clarke, Ed Ball, Joe Burney, Róisín the wife Palmer, Ryan Right Time Evanson, Sean Grow Your Mo for a Bro Jameson, Dominic, Josiah Florida Gal Green, Anna Hjelmroos, Lil Dicky, The Lads Turned Their Stories into Motion Pictures and Made Millions, McGrew, Danny McLaughlin, Ray, I Can't Believe Wanda Did This, Sammy DeLucia, and Michelle wishing Ronan Brown a very happy 10th birthday. Thank you all for the continued support. We hope you enjoyed listening to this episode. Hope you enjoyed the Batman. And if you did or didn't, ways that you can tell us is that you can go to the Twitter at Heroes for Hire Pod. The 4 is the number 4. Facebook is Detective Divilment's discussion group, or Heroes for Hire Podcast on Facebook, whichever one you prefer there. Instagram is Heroes for Hire Podcast, or you can just send us an email, heroesforhire_@outlook.com. But I think that's about it, Connor. Unless there's one other way, the best way to ever help out the show, which is to tell one human being that we exist. See how I saved that there right at the end?
Good stuff. That's good stuff.
3.5 years of podcasting, you know.
Vengeance won't change the past, Sean.
That's good. Ave Maria. Yeah.
So I've been Conor Lorraine.
I've been Sean Meehan.
And we shall see you all next week, guys.
Bye.
Bye.